My name is JP Herrada, and I run the Santa Barbara Alternatives to Violence Project, which is an offshoot from a bigger organization called Alternatives to Violence Project.
Where are you from?
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara? What grade are you in?
8th grade.
8th grade? Okay.
I go to San Marcos High School and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Alex, and I was born here in SB, and I'm in 7th grade.
So this program pretty much started after the Attica riots in New York State. A lot of the prisoners started developing a curriculum to better learn skills, coping skills, without resulting into violence, to address a lot of the issues.
I'm 46 years old. I grew up in Mexico. I was born in Mexico, but I guess I had a half childhood here in Mexico because I came here when I was 5. But then, like every immigrant family, times get tough, and I go back to Mexico for a year, come back for a year, and then when I joined the neighborhood, every time I got in trouble, I get shipped back to Mexico for a year and then come back. So all the way up from the age of 5 to 17, that was my life.
So when I took this workshop and I saw the benefits of it, of what it did for me personally, as a previous incarcerated individual, it really made me realize what a benefit and what a great tool it was.
My last prison term, I had my daughter. Sunshine was a year and a half, and instead of being a father and being there for Sunshine, I was out in the streets. I was robbing people and stealing and getting high on drugs, and I ended up incarcerated. And my son was born 2 months after I got incarcerated. And so I was in prison for the first part of my son's life. For the first 7 years of his life, he never got to meet his dad. He never got to see me. He never got to hold me. I never got to hold him for the first 7 years of his life. And I feel a lot of guilt for that, you know?
And I was just in and out from foster homes, group homes, jail, and stuff like that. And that's what really impacted me. And I didn't really think about, like, you know, because of the stuff that I saw with my parents, with my dad, my stepdad, and you know, he was always around with the hood. So I was around with that lifestyle. So that's all I knew. That's what I internalized. And then I just thought that I had to fall into that lifestyle to survive. And I didn't know any better. I didn't have that guidance. I didn't have any role model or anybody to tell me any better. I just thought that was what I had to do because that's all I knew. That's all I saw. So I internalized as that a way of survival, a way of living, and a way of making money. So I didn't know any better. And obviously I fell into the footsteps. Going there here and there, and I started just gangbanging and stuff like that, and impacting me in a big way. I never knew, you know, like how much impact it was gonna impact me truly. But that led me to being in foster care. But you know, obviously when I turned 18, the system just kicked me out. They're like, you know, you're a grown man, you're 18, you get out, and I didn't truly figure out how much of an impact not having a family was gonna be. I had nowhere to go. I didn't know. I had the homies, and I had the hood there, but it was different because I couldn't call anybody, mom, dad, like, hey, help me out. I couldn't do any of that. I didn't know where to go. You know, and that's when I started realizing that the homies that I call homies weren't really the homies. Because when I really needed them the most to have a bed, some food on the plate, they weren't there. And that's when I started realizing, I'm like, what is this work that I'm doing for? What is all of this that I'm doing for what? It wasn't work, and that's when I realized of how big of an impact not having a family was.
So when we're able to show these kids that, we're able to basically show them, like, you're not doing anything different, and you're not going through anything different that we haven't been through. The only difference is that we have already seen the dead end at the end of the road. You still haven't made that turn, so you don't realize what the ultimate end is for your behavior, you know? And I think for us, when we're speaking to the kids, we let them know that at the end of the day, you're gonna end up paying the price. And we just wanna make sure that when you are sitting in that cell, that you don't say, nobody told me. So that way you can be at peace that you made those choices, you take more accountability, and that way it's also makes the kid be more aware of saying, you know what, I know where I want to end up, so let me take a step back and calculate a plan there, instead of just living day by day by day.
You have siblings, right?
Yeah.
What would be the worst thing?
Or if they went down my path. Yeah, he did the same thing I'm doing right now, you know?
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's for me, like, I kind of see it within when you're talking about like failing. It's like you're failing, but at the same time you're empowering the same system that displays these stereotypes on you to reinforce these stereotypes, and you become that same number, that same statistics underneath this this colonial white supremacy structure. And it's like, you know, you don't want to be that individual and be failing. You always want to be that next individual to create something for self-healing for the next generation.
But slowly we've been trying to grow and finding new partners, and you know, now coming across with Ryan's group, the Underground Scholars, was just like a blessing in disguise. You know, finding individuals who have been previously incarcerated, who are currently back in the school setting and trying to get their higher education. I think they're very credible messengers to bring them back and teach them how to facilitate with my kids and be able to give other role models to my kids that they might not have access to.
I'm most afraid of our children maybe like experimenting and even, you know, because I see you guys in, like, you know, I have kids your guys' age, so I'm like, man, you know, I don't like to hear that you know, you guys are doing stuff like that, and I don't know, and I did stuff like that too. So I'm most afraid of this youth and and our younger generation just going down the path that we're trying to tell you to avoid. That's what I'm most afraid of, because we need you guys. You guys are our next leaders, and if we have you guys on TikTok all day or high and stuff, then how can you guys be leaders, you know? So we need you guys to be out there so you guys can be the ones in front and lead our next generation.
I'm just Dana, and I am most afraid in myself or others. Or I'm most afraid of, like, losing my baby brother and my brother for the shit I do.
My name is Active Alex, and I'm most afraid of losing my family.
Thank you, Jesus.
Unfortunately, we're so oppressed, we're so pushed down to where we don't feel like we're in a place to speak up for ourselves, to speak up for the next person. And so we just let things slide. We let it slide, we let it slide. And to the point where when we look around, we don't have nothing and everything's stacked against us, right? So it's up to us to speak up for ourselves.
Find your group. Not even close yet. Find your group. Not yet. Find your group. You're good. That's your group.
What you learn about that jewelry piece on your ankle?
Oh, to not have this again.
The action causes these consequences?
Yeah. So, not do more in the bad stuff or hurt more people.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jailbreak! Oh, shit! Three positive affirmations, go.
You have to give them just 3.
It's harder to wait.
Dude, just open up your heart, homie. Just say what you want to say.
What are you recording?
I'm not recording. I'm waiting for you. I have the graduation song. I have the graduation song.
You have a great personality.
Oh, there you go.
You never even got to know me, girl. What the fuck?
You got
now moving forward, I want you to go to school. I really want you to like really take it serious, you know what I'm saying? And just do well, my boy. Like, you don't have to prove yourself to nobody. Want me to tell you something? To this past 2 days, you showed this whole community how much of an amazing leader you are. So you don't need to go prove yourself to any of the homies. You don't need to go out in the streets and do anything that's gonna jeopardize your life and jeopardize your mom and your family having to deal with some sort of decision that you make. So let's push past it this time and look at me, boy, in the eyes, and just know that you're an amazing leader, bro, and that you have a special place in this community, homie, and I can't wait to see you graduate. So let's go get this high school diploma, and then let's get you over to UCSB so you can come kick it with us, cool?
For sure.
All right, my boy. Good job, homie. I'm proud of you, all right? Here, let's get a picture real quick. 1, 2, 3. AGP! Hey! That's what's up. That's right.